Here we are,
Here we are doing it
doing it live, but not live,
kind of
post-produced,
live.
kind of like.
That's how we are. Like, we're all kind of alive,
Dude, hey,
just barely.
ever since 2020, people, we just want to. Well, let's talk about the show for real, for real. By the way, I write down the title as I'm watching the show, like the show's starting and the credits are going.
Yeah.
I'm halfway through the title and I have to rewind the show because I've already missed like 5 minutes because I was writing down the title. And then all of a sudden, a pink monkey shows up and he's powered up like more than because he's been slowly like building. He doesn't know how much he's kind of has grown up,
From
but he's glowing up. He's glowing up like.
the people who don't read the manga, basically, and just watch the anime, it's just giving them something while the studio is waiting on the manga to get more further.
Goku is on Snake Way for
Goku's on Snake Way, 57
2 months.
episodes.
You ever see the fight scenes in Twilight, and how poorly, like choreographed? How poorly choreographed this fight.
They're gonna
It's
come for your head, dog.
come at
Hey,
me, okay? Come at me, Twilight. Like, hey, that person who made these fight scenes for Twilight, just some, just somebody's girlfriend who's like, oh, he tried to punch me, and then his head came off.
it was the breakdancer from Australia.
Yeah, he's all right.
All right, here we go. Fruit of evolution. Yada 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 yada.
Yada yada
Type.
yada. Cue
Here
the
we
music. Cue the music.
go. Cue the music in 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Pod. It's me, Joinjo, with my co-host Sal, and we are in the Christmas season, guys.
I got that
That's what we
Christmas
do.
spirit. I got that Christmas
Christmas.
spirit. My heart used to be
Mariah
this
Carey's
big.
called out. Yeah, that's his
She's
name.
ready. She ready, son. Mariah Carey
Ready.
she'll never be knocked off the Christmas throne,
Bro.
Like, try. Anybody. Michael Bublé tried. He couldn't do it. He's just like,
Couldn't do it, man. Nah.
he's down. He's near the throne. He's like sitting down like on a
Yeah,
smaller chair, like the right hand man, like the king, hand of the king, probably. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's
Hand of the King. Yeah,
hand of the queen, really. But
Hand of the Queen.
by the way, Animemi is a podcast where we teach you how to listen, watch, and love anime one episode at a time. Here we
One
are.
episode at a time. And guys, the theme for this month is.
Wait, don't you gonna tell me for real, or can I guess?
Can you guess?
Okay,
I don't know.
I got three things written down. I got three things. One, it's either we're doing isekais. Two, we're doing like RPG video game kind of ones, which I like that one, like because it makes sense for
Yeah.
Christmas and video games and stuff. Three, the longest titles that you could come up with. It could be any of those.
It's
Give
all
it to
three
me.
of
What
those.
is it? No, it's not. Is it really? Don't mess with me.
I mean, really, like looking at all these long titled animes, or at least the ones that I've seen, they've pretty
Uh-huh.
much been all have that same
It's,
thing.
I was wondering, Joe Angel, because I was like, I wonder if this is like a common thread. Is it a common thread? Hit me up. Like,
I mean, like I said, the long titles I've seen, a majority of them are like fantasy or isekai or video.
Oh snap! I forgot to
Uh,
put myself on Do Not Disturb here.
do not disturb.
I feel like I'm about to be disturbed. Got it. All right, all right.
Just
Yeah,
in time.
so I for real caught all of it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much
It's pretty nailed it. I get it. I get it.
nailed it on the head. And the one we're starting off with is called The Fruit of Evolution. Before I knew it, my life had it made.
No, if already don't make no sense.
No, wait,
My my life had it made. My life had it made. Shouldn't it be I had it made? I mean, like
I've seen
my
like
life.
my
My
life had
life
it
had.
made. I had it made. I think it just depends on who's translating it.
I think it's a translation, right? Because that's a translation problem for us
Yeah,
English
yeah.
speaking folk. My life had it made.
My life
They
had it.
don't. Yeah, there's something
Yeah, like I
wrong
said,
about
when
it.
it comes to like
We get it. We get
structuring,
it.
yeah, we get it. We understand it. I get the point. He's got it
Though,
made.
but still, I still don't get it. I still don't get it.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. I got a soundbite for this. Let's see here. I don't think this has what I wanted to say, but we'll see what it says. Item box. Item box. Item box. You got a lot
Wait,
of
I'm not.
explaining to, Joanne. There's a, you know how we talked about how all I do is say what happened? This is all I'm
Yeah,
gonna be doing. Like, what? Explain this to me,
whatever.
dude. Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened? Wait, what is it? What is that? What is this? What is that? What is he doing? Like that's. I should.
yeah,
You know what? I should just. That should be my recording. Let's see here.
yeah.
What is that? What is that? What is that? That's just put that on repeat. What is that?
That's the style bite for the whole month.
What is that? What is that? All right, all right. Well, before we ask all that, let me give us a synopsis. Yes?
Go for it.
Okay. How do you say his name? Hiraji
Seichi.
Saichi.
Seichi.
Hiraji Sichi. Okay, let's see here. High school student Hiraji Sichi. Whatever, man. Forget it. We know I can't say it. All right, this first sentence I already have a problem with it too. Is bullied by classmates for being a loser. For being a loser. That's what it says. For being a loser. Like he's not like the our writer's already like, no, he's a known loser. Like
He's.
he is a loser. Let me just tell you guys,
They're
no
not
one let
bullying,
me
just bully. There's a
yeah,
reason. He
yeah,
needs to.
yeah. He's officially like certified. He's a certified loser. Like they got it written in his
Yeah.
transcript. Like let's see here, athlete,
Mm,
cheerleader, loser. You
loser.
know? So he's getting bullied for being a loser.
Yeah.
One day, his entire school is transported to a video game like world of swords and sorcery. When he accidentally eats the fruit of evolution, his life is a successful. His life as a successful winner begins.
Boom.
What is that, Jojo? Jojo, what is that? What are we doing
It's
here? What is that?
every teen movie where you take the glasses off the nerdy girl and she's actually
Did anybody ever tell you your eyes are so beautiful? Wait, didn't
never
you wear
knew.
glasses, Jojo? You wore glasses at one point, right?
Yeah, at one point.
Yeah, and look at you now.
Technically don't need them, still need them. I don't know. My eyesight's all over the place.
Wait, why is that? Like, why are we with the way that we are? I should be wearing my glasses too, but
Yeah. I don't know.
they're trying to make nah.
It's that thing, man. Because
It's
when you
that
lose
it's
them,
that yeah, yeah. Look at him. Look at him. I don't want to be that guy. I want to get bullied. Uh, yeah. So like initially, whenever you were talking about like the last one we did, you go, this is gonna lead into our theme of the month. And I was like, okay, well, I know what this is. I already wrote it down because the last one was an isekai, and I was like, this is an isekai where they're transported to a different world. And then I'm like,
yeah,
no, that title is really long, and the last one, the title is really long too. And then I kept watching. I was like, well, it's got this kind of video game. I'm like, dude, okay, so I had made a reference to this before because I was like, what is this whole video game aspect? Because we've already watched two
yeah.
video game kind of what was
Anime.
the other one? Yeah, anime solo
Solo
leveling.
leveling, Strangle Frontier,
Uh-huh. Do we have another one like that?
and we it's in the beginning, the the before times. It's one of the
Uh
other
uh-huh. Campfire cooking. That was our last one that we
Campfire
did. That
Cooking. Yeah, that one.
so
Yeah,
like once again, I don't know these video game like things, but now that I've watched this one and another one, I'm just going like, okay, that's a thing. Like
you're seeing connections. Yeah, common things.
appraisal is a real thing
Hazel.
inside
Yeah,
other games. Like that's like a
yeah,
common game thing. So people will know
yeah.
who play games like this.
Because you want to know. Yeah, you want to know what you're getting. You want to know like if it's worth equipping, if you can sell it, how much can you sell it for?
Okay, so that's what appraisal
Yeah,
is. So like if I pick up a
yeah,
sword, then it'll show me like the power level
yeah. So your stats,
and
like what it'll increase, what's its power, and then you could be like, well, how can I sell this? Does it have anything I could like scrap it for?
I don't know what it is, man. I just like glaze over. Like I just downloaded this other game just recently and because I had some like points and it's a fun game. It's pretty cool. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, you go through the tutorial, you learn all this stuff, you
yeah,
start playing the game, and then the window pops up and there's a guy always there and he's like I'm gonna walk you through it. You'll have these points and then you can collect these things and then you can put this onto your bracelet and that will
yeah.
and I go, dude, I'm just here to like slay demons, bro. Like
You know what that is?
what is that? Is
That's
that old man?
No, that's the evolution of the paperclip on the Windows app. Remember the
Yeah.
paperclip?
Yeah, it is. Clippy's over there like, I see you're
Yeah.
trying to take over the kingdom and destroy all your enemies. I'm like, do you
Do
need
you
some
need
help? I'm
help?
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clippy, get on the back
Get on this.
but I hope that's not your final form. You go from
Yeah.
paperclip to sword eventually, right? I'd be like, I want you you need to be formidable, Clippy, okay? So I'm like kind of like I just thought it was just like something that the show came up with, like with all the other, but I'm like, oh, okay, no, this is like a common video game thing.
Yeah. It's a common thing in video games like RPGs and stuff. It's one of like
Yeah.
your item boxes, your appraisals, your stats, especially with the item boxes, because I know I mentioned before, but you start out with a certain amount you can carry, and then as you progress in the game, you could expand on your item box, so you can increase how much you carry to a certain
Okay.
box.
Okay. So you play these type of games on the regular to
Yeah,
where you could kind of okay, that you kind of know this is the format. This is
yeah,
the I mean, is this what are we calling this? Is RPG or is
yeah,
where
pretty much
okay,
RPG.
RPG. Okay, okay. Well, let's talk about the show for real, for real. By the way, I write down the title as I'm watching the show, like the show's starting and the credits are going.
Yeah.
I'm halfway through the title and I have to rewind the show because I've already missed like 5 minutes because I was writing down the title. I was like, because then I had all the questions like my life had it made. What does that mean? And then I looked up. I was like, oh, I gotta rewind this, man. I'm already. That's a long title to be writing down.
Yeah.
Uh, at the beginning of it, I'm like, the intro and exposition got me feeling like this is Saturday morning cartoons. Initially, I'm like, oh snap, this feels like I could throw this up on a Saturday morning, and like, but then this girl shows up, and I'm like, no, that's not. This is this is no
Different kind
longer
of
Saturday. This is not. This is you're a different age on
yeah.
this Saturday morning cartoon because
It's
I'm
a
like.
Saturday night cartoon, not Saturday morning.
All of a sudden, there's a red-headed girl with a flower in her head, or a pink-haired girl. Got to be pink-haired. And I'm like, hold him up. What's going on here? He doesn't know what's going on. I'm lost. I'm making sure that nobody else is watching this with me. Don't walk into this room. I thought I was watching a Saturday morning cartoon. Let's see here. I got all kinds of stuff written down about this show, but it's it starts out like kind of like Quentin Tarantino-ish, right? So we get like a fast forward, we're in
Yeah,
the future.
kind of like, yeah,
This show is like flying through it. Tell me if you felt it too, but it was like the first episode goes like a week into it, 5 months, 6 months.
yeah,
It's like, like everything is, he's like, he's in school and he's laying on the ground for some reason, because I guess because he's a loser. Why is he laying on the floor in the room? I don't know.
yeah.
Somebody made,
It starts off like after the 5 month mark, but we don't know that, and then it cuts
yeah.
back to like the beginning, where they're in school.
Hmm.
Um, he's just got beat up. That's why he's on the ground. They
Okay,
just beat
that's
him
right.
up,
That's right. That's right.
and then they get this announcement of this godlike entity
Uh-huh.
that's telling them
Over the
like, hey,
intercom.
over the intercom. Like one of the first things he said, it's like, hey, raise your hands if you've ever had a god talk to you through a PA system. Nope. Oh, lucky you. Today's your lucky day. And then she proceeds to tell them, hey, you're gonna go into this fantasy world, and I'm gonna give you a chance to get all your abilities, and you're just gonna go live and have fun. Basically, kidnapping
And
these kids.
yeah, pretty much. And they start like they're like all skeptical, like what's going on here? He's like, am I? Because they kind of demand them to sit down and stuff, but he's just still laying on the ground. And he even questions. He's like, like, am I different? Like, why am
Yeah,
I like, am I?
they're able to kind of move around.
Yeah, because everybody else gets zapped up, and he's still there, and they're like, "Hey, are you still there?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm still here." And he goes, "Okay, interesting. You know what? Just because you are who you are." I'm gonna give you one more special ability
Special.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And then boom, he's zapped into a different world.
Yeah.
And
Not only is he zapped in a completely random place from everybody else. Like
yeah,
he's literally frozen in the woods.
all by himself. Like
Oh
all by himself, starving, no skills, by the way. The man's got he's got
Zero.
zero
Zero riz.
skills, zero riz, no game. The man,
None.
I mean, like he's like starving so much to where he's like willing to eat like a
But
caterpillar little bug,
yeah.
and I'm like, come on, bro, you that hungry? I don't think I'll ever get to that point, Joe and Joel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Do you think you get hungry enough to go, man? Hey, I'm gonna eat that slug. That's all I
I
got.
mean, I watched Bear Grylls telling me how to survive in the wild, and he eats.
Yeah,
Tell me what to
he
eat and what not to eat.
hey, yeah, Bear Grylls is over here drinking things that you should be drinking. Let's just say that. For no reason. He's just looking for reasons like, hey,
Yeah.
I, it's still warm. All right, no, we don't want to talk about that. That's gross. So like I'm thinking about this long title, right? And I'm like, I started thinking like, what if these long titles are the way that they are because they are you can't name a show after something short because there's so much anime. It's like trying to type your a username. You go, okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna go with Sal, and they're like, no, there's 500,000
Or
other
they take it.
Sals.
Yeah.
Yeah, already take it. So you need to come up with another Sal. So instead of having this show that you have to put a number behind, like you can't call this
Yeah.
Kaiju number. You can go Kaiju number 7. You can call it Kaiju number
Yeah.
7 because Kaiju number 8 is already taken.
Yeah.
Or
Already got
actually, probably Kaiju number 1 through 7 was already taken, so that they had to land on Kaiju number 8. You know what I'm saying? Because
it.
that's all that's
Yeah.
left over. And I'm like, I don't know. I go maybe, and so I go, all right, I'm gonna go on Crunchyroll and type in like anything and just see if I can come up with an anime
That
with
has
this title. That, and so I go, okay, you know what? One Piece is already taken, but what about
yeah.
Two Piece? So I type in Two Piece. It ain't out there, Joey. Okay, you and I are gonna write an anime called Two Piece.
Two piece.
I'm a piece, you're a piece. I
It's
mean,
true.
that's all we got. That's all we really have. That's all I have
Yeah.
so far. Two piece ain't taken. One piece already taken,
One
but
Piece.
two piece still. Uh, so he ends up eating this thing, the fruit of evolution, and some things are happening. It's already like super silly, pretty funny, kind of intriguing, a little they are doing voiceover or not voiceover, but like exposition about like things, like he's
Yeah.
kind of explaining the world to us a little bit, like this is what's happening here. He's kind of narrating his own life through this, like what's going on while he's living
Yeah.
in the jungle. He's a little
And
heftier.
yeah.
Yeah, 5 months later, he's battling these gorillas. He's trying to figure
By the way,
out.
they have like it kind of seems like Planet of the Apish because they kind of
Yeah,
have like superhuman looking faces.
I felt I was like, are they Saiyans? Is he on like is he
Crazy.
on a Saiyan? He's on a Saiyan planet. You know what I'm saying? Like these
From Planet
monkeys.
Vegeta.
Yeah, he's from Planet Vegeta. I think so. I wouldn't be surprised. I wrote down, he got that nutty professor because he starts glowing up, but after he's eating these terrible like fruit of evolution, like
Ye-
he just does. He's starting to
Which
lose
at first,
weight.
yeah, at
At
first they
first, it's
look like you need to like crack it open, but he's
yeah, I
just
thought it was
like
a walnut.
chomping directly. Yeah,
Yeah,
look like
what, what kind of teeth? What kind of teeth you gotta have? And they're
the
like
way.
big too. Like it's a big old walnut. And I was like, oh yeah, he's just
Yeah,
gonna crack that open. There's like a peanut inside there.
yeah.
Nope.
It's just
It's
nope,
just don't
straight
know what that
chomping.
is. Yeah, yeah. You don't just well no, he doesn't he like appraise it or does he do any of that? Or he looks at it and goes,
Yeah, yeah. He does appraise it, and it says fruit of evolution, and I think that's when we go into our intro.
yeah, okay, okay, okay. Uh which the intro is fine, I think.
Yeah,
I like
it's
the
pretty standard.
outro. I like the outro better though.
Yeah,
But
it,
we go ahead we can go ahead and chat about it right now.
yeah,
Like the outro is better. Like the music is funny or is good. The little videos and stuff is funny because
yeah.
they have like a Mario theme with
It,
their like the
it's
characters.
very like old school kind of 64-bit game,
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
going up,
Yeah,
down, left, right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They side scrolling.
Yeah,
He's there's a Mario Kart scene. They're all riding Mario. So it's like they're kind of leaning into the whole like this is silly, this is video
yeah.
game world kind of thing. So the outro is better than the intro. Let's see here. This man is straight up drinking out of a river with no filter, bro. Like face
I
down.
mean, didn't they say as long as you go upstream, it's better? Right?
Is that what, if you're higher? You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch enough Bear Grylls. I only saw him drink his own pee. You know, I don't know. That's downstream. That's
So
downstream.
yeah, I think you want to go as far north of the stream as possible.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
yeah, unless you got the filter straw, which I don't know where
Yes.
you. Yeah,
I don't know. Where do you get one of those? I don't even know. Like, do I need one? Should I get one of these? This man needs one. I don't think I made. I said I don't think I'm made for this. I don't know if I can do 5 months. He hasn't built like he's not living in a cave or a hut. He's just
just wandering around.
wandering around. He must be like what, like 16, 17?
I think they said he's about 17. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So because he's in high school. So
yeah.
um, let's see here. What else do I got on this? Aqua Wolf? Is he saying Aqua Wolf? What is
Aggro.
Aqua Wolf? Agra Wolf.
Yeah, aggro. So aggro is
Okay.
like it's a video game term. Um,
Okay.
basically, it's like a it's it's when the NPCs, the game system itself, it's their kind of range of detection for the player. So like you're sneaking
Okay.
up and stuff, you're going around. If you get too close to like a creature in an RPG, you could set aggro it. You can set it off, its alert to where it'll notice you and go attack you.
Okay. I kind of get that. Barely though. I'll have
It's
to
like
kind of look that up. It's like
I don't
you're
know. There is a game on I think it was on iPhone, but it's like the burglar game where
hmm
you gotta go around the security guard's lights and not be seen. If you get hit by the light, they caught you.
Oh. Yeah,
Basically,
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
happens.
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, I got you. I got you now. Yeah, because he said that a couple times. He said monkey map a couple times.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
let's see.
Which, by the way, those monkeys are afraid of like Donkey Kong off Super Smash Brothers.
They are. And then all of a sudden, a pink monkey shows up, and he's powered up like more than because he's been slowly like building. He doesn't know how much he's kind of has grown up,
Grown.
but he's glowing up. He's glowing up. Like he's getting more fit. He's becoming, stronger, and he has a little bit of a battle with this pink monkey. But he's been fighting all these little like tiny brown monkeys.
Yeah. He got
This
to the
whole
boss
this whole
level.
yeah, he's on the boss level, and he's collecting something. So he's like, what is it, 9 of 10 of what? Like he's 9 of 10 of
So
some sort of.
he's unlocked 9 of 10 of the Fruit of Evolution levels. So he's like at level 9 right now. So he's got one more level to go.
And so it kind of made it seem, or at least I thought, I was like, oh, this is level 10 right here. He's gonna fight this gorilla, and
It's gonna
then
push him
he'll
to
to level 10. That's what I'm thinking.
yeah.
But I don't know. And then I go, wait a second, is that the girl from the beginning? Because the girl from the beginning has a little pink bow in her hair, and she's got
Yeah.
pink hair. And this gorilla, come to find out, isn't a guy like he thought it was. He thought it was a
Yeah.
male gorilla. No, it's a girl. It's a girl-rilla. Girl-rilla's got a little flower in her hair too. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's some Beauty and the Beast things happening here. So the rest of it I have. I just have
Yeah.
uh some suspicion in my mind. So I'm betting he has like some sort of power that he doesn't know he has with this whole like evolution of the fruit. So as he's eating this fruit, he's gaining something, and I think if I'm thinking of the evolution fruit, he himself is
Yeah.
evolving, but then he probably has the power to make other things evolve. No spoilers, Joel. What do you think? Have you seen more of this? Do you know? Are you ready to give me some facts on this thing?
Yeah. Let's evolve into the facts of this show.
Let's fact it up.
All right. So, just like our last long title, this one started out as a novel, and it was
hmm
written by Miku, and it was came they came out with it in January of 2014, and it
Just did you say Miku?
first,
Just one name.
yeah, just one Miku, yeah.
Okay, well here
Kind of like
got
the
another
artist.
thing. What was it? There was a you showed me there was the artist, or was it the creator of Dan does a little drawing of uh, ISA and what's his
Yeah,
oh boy Okuda-san.
Okaruni, yeah,
Okarun,
Okaruni,
yeah, Okarun. He does a drawing of them like while they're having breakfast. Super cool, super fun. But the face of the artist or creator is obscured by like an egg or some sort of like superimposed thing over the top of his face. Like he's like,
yeah.
I need to like hide my identity because people will
Like I
be
said,
knocking on my
it's
door.
it all
Like,
yeah, it all depends on privacy. Like some of them, like even like with stuff that's you like really big and gets popular,
hmm
just to like keep their private lives separate, they kind of like they'll just do random illustrations of themselves in the mangas, or anytime they do an interview, they wear like a mask or something like that to be obscure because they want to be able to go out, in public with their family without being hassled.
That's wild to think that somebody would care that much. All right, go on, Joe Angel. You're good.
All right. Well, they started publishing this novel on the user-generated novel website Shosuka ni Naro,
Hmm.
and this is completed. So they have finished the novel, and it went all the way from January of 2014 to 2023. So it ended last
When you say novel, I'm still kind of my mind is a little melting with this whole thing, but like what are they like releasing chapters of this like
year.
it's not animated. I mean, it's not illustrated. It's just
Yeah.
we're talking
So
just
yeah. So
text.
on this website, it's just text, just chapters, like kind of like how Weekly Shonen Jump does it, how any of the
Uh-huh.
mangas do it weekly. Just a single chapter is kind of what this is, kind of like single chapter, just words. They're releasing on this website, but it was acquired by Futabasha, who has a who publishes actual like physical light novels,
Hmm.
like actual books, and they acquired it in September of 2014 and started publishing it as physical novels with illustrations by Yumiko, who is an artist, and that was published under their Monster Banco print, and so that has 15 volumes. So of this actual physical copies, there's 15 volumes of it.
You know, what's keeping people from just like I'm still a buzz about this whole novel thing. Like say okay, let's just take for example, I decide to write a book, right? I write a
Yeah,
book start to finish, but then I go, "Hey, I got this book, but you know what I'm going to do is I'm only going to release each chapter, like one at a time." You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, is that what's
You
happening
can do
here?
it. Yeah,
Or do you think they're actually like, I'm gonna write a chapter and then like submit it and then write the next chapter?
yeah.
That
There's
sounds,
a lot of them. That's what they do. They just do it by chapter, just
but I
to
wonder
generate more.
if it's already written and they're
Yeah,
releasing it one chapter at a time, or are they writing it as they're going along?
they're kind of so with the actual like novel stuff. The writer, uh, it's they publish it themselves on like that website,
Hmm.
single chapters, whatever they can write, and then once it gets to a certain point, some popularity, it'll get picked up by a publishing company. They could pick it up and then actually compile it into actual physical light novels and publish them by volumes, depending on
Okay.
how far the original on the website, how much they've gotten.
That is
So
a,
it's kind of like cutting out the middleman of like
hmm
waiting a long time for the novel, and they're just
hmm
publishing chapter by chapter as they get it
yeah,
done.
digitally. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which is something
That's
George can do with this last book instead of having everybody wait 15 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm getting to
Yeah,
where I'm getting. It's just like, hey George, just like put it on a blog. The George R.
plug
Martin
it, man.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, blog it. Just like put it out there, and then we'll come back and read it and go, you know what?
Yeah.
Actually, maybe John shouldn't
If you've
live.
got a true loyal following, they'll come back and they'll be ready every week to read the chapter or however long.
Oh, dude. Honestly, if he wanted to release the last book, one chapter at a time for the next 22 months. You're gonna have you're gonna have everybody reading this thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna blow it
Hey,
up. It,
well,
it'll be like the Mike Tyson and
Jake Paul
Jake
fight. Yeah,
Paul.
you're gonna take down Twitter. Crash it.
You crashing you crashing everything. AI,
Crash it.
stop signs and traffic lights won't even work. I'm talking like everything. Stand still.
Everything.
The whole thing stand still. All right, go on. I'm sorry.
All right. And so, like I said, the popularity got actual physical copies, and it also got picked up by also Fushaba's. They have a digital publishing web comic called Comic Action, and they started releasing this as a manga in September 2017 with art by the artist Serrano. And so they started doing it, and then they moved it over to the Guangan Monster website in December 2019. And they're still finishing out. They're still ongoing. Uh, just because like they kind of started kind of late when they started the manga. So even
Mm.
though the actual source material is finished, the manga's still going because they're still following, catching up with the material that they have to go.
Okay, so there's still quite a bit of it
Yeah, because they still
that
have
was
to
it.
like flesh out the rest of it, of the rest
Hmm.
of the series. Like the actual thing's done, but the manga came in 2017, and this got done in 2023. So they had like a 3 year buffer between the original source material and the
Hmm.
start of the manga illustrations.
So okay, like you've read and you've watched, maybe not this one, but some other manga and anime. You know, we know people get onto Hollywood a lot about taking books and making them into movies and cutting out crucial information where you just go, why is that little small detail not in the movie when it could have been so easy for them to put it in there? And they're just like taking liberties for no reason. And sometimes there are some things that need to be drummed up for visual effects or like taken out
Yeah,
because of, for reality's sake or something like that.
yeah.
How close are we talking? Like, would you say that manga to anime is probably kind of works the same way where anime is kind of like, because I know that we've talked about how they'll make things more gory in the book, but more like fan service in anime.
Yeah.
But that's about like, that doesn't do too much to the plot. But are they changing the plot like a lot? Like, what
Not
do you
really.
think?
So plot, like I said, plot wise, when from manga to anime, it all depends on where the manga is and
They don't take
how
too much
if they act.
liberties. They're not taking.
Not really. Nah. Sometimes they'll even add stuff in, or like I said, they'll add just like those side stories because they caught up to the manga, and
Hmm.
so they need to give that buffer between the manga and the anime for the artist to flesh out the rest of the story or the arc, so they can come back and animate.
Yeah, so those filler episodes, they're not really like
Yeah,
changing. They're not changing the arc of the story, or they're not really
not
like.
really. No, they're just like kind of little side stories, add in side quests, just to give the audience something while the people who don't read the manga basically and just watch the anime. It's just giving them something while the studio is waiting on the manga to get more further.
Goku is on Snake Way for
Goku's on Snake Way, 57
2 months.
episodes.
He doesn't have instant transmission yet.
Not yet.
Uber wasn't a thing back then. He has to walk this whole thing.
But it took him forever to power up.
That's probably that spirit bomb. Hey, by the way, that's probably why we're tired too. By the way, Joe and Joe, I gave
Oh, yeah.
too much spirit away
Too
from
much
that.
gave it all, man.
I was like this the whole time as a child, like for a good two
Yeah,
months straight, trying to give my energy to Goku, and now look at me, my
I
back
like it.
hurts. My elbow does this thing when I move it, it clicks. Oh my gosh! All right, go for it,
um,
go for it.
all right, and so finally we get to the anime which came out in December of 2021.
Not too. I mean, I don't know if they know this, but COVID was, you know, barely. We weren't even out of it. They were closer to it than we were.
Nah,
What are they
yeah,
doing?
they were.
They were at home animating. They took their computers home.
Yeah, everybody works from home.
Yeah, everybody works at home, but get it done, and they did.
Get And they did, and it was animated by Studio Hotline and directed by Yoshikai Okumaru. And so there's 2 seasons of this, and
Okay,
total of 24 episodes. So it's 12 episodes each.
not too bad. Not too bad. I'm already liking that.
And All right. So going back into your question about how much differs from manga to anime. So
Uh-huh.
this one would be one where I've like went and looked because I've watched the whole series
Uh-huh.
a while back, and so I started looking into it because I knew I was going to put it on the list first to watch. So I started looking at like the forums and stuff to see if there was going to be like a season 3 or anything like that. And so from what I can tell, season 1 is pretty much kind of close to the source material. There's nothing that really changes from what I saw and read. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but when it came to season 2, a lot of the people were like, "This is trash." Like it just like basically, like it basically went into its own thing almost from what people were saying that had like read the actual source material.
So it really deviated from
Yeah,
and suffered for it.
yeah. And they
But
said a lot of people said like they were fine with season 1. They knew it was kind of like it wasn't the best, but it was still
mhm.
funny and stuff. But
Yeah.
apparently season 2 compared to the source material is like trash.
Did you watch season two?
Yeah, I watched all of it.
So, but what did you think? Because you didn't have the source material beforehand. So you don't have anything to kind of like measure it to. You only have season one to measure it
Yeah.
to. Did you feel like, oh, this has kind of dropped off a little bit?
Not knowing the source material and just watching it straight off the anime,
Yeah,
uh,
fine.
overall, like the whole series, I like it was fine.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
it was an anime. I
yeah.
knew like I kind of knew what I was getting into. Like okay, this is gonna be like a ridiculous thing, but I'm gonna watch it because it does like it's funny. It makes me
It's
laugh. Like
yeah, silly. Yeah,
but
you
it
give it
is
a shot.
super cheesy in some parts where it's like, oh yeah, it's like, oh that's obvious. All right, yeah, they're gonna go this route. It is kind of predictable if you watch a
Hmm.
lot of anime.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, that's that. Oh, that is interesting. This Hotline production people, have they done anything else that's like notable or I mean, because you think
Not that I know of. I haven't
because
really.
I wonder about these production studios that like are taking a manga and then they're translating it into an anime and how like if some of them have like a record of like taking their own liberties, like if
Yeah,
say Mappa or somebody is like, oh well, we're used to know we trust they may take their own liberties but we trust that they know what they're doing, or
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because like I'm sure like these guys are pretty much like if somebody comes to you and says, hey, we're gonna turn this into a manga into an anime, you go, yeah, I don't care who's doing it, like I want to this is a great
all right,
opportunity.
yeah,
I want that. I want that.
yeah. Moment, I need this.
Uh, yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, that's what reading gets you, Joe Angel. That sounds like it's a don't do it. Don't do
Read.
don't read. You'll be
I will say,
disappointed.
there was a change in staff as far as the production of season 2 goes.
Hmm.
The director from season 1, Okamura, he stayed on for season 2 as supervising chief director,
Hmm.
but the uh, actual director for season 2 was somebody different. So I'm not saying it was because of that, but you
But
know
it's because of
there
that.
was there was a change in staff. So who knows what the other decisions were made as far as keeping to the source material and what have you. And it's just
Uh,
like the Harry Potter. There are so many directors for Harry Potter.
hmm.
Like I know
Alfonso
I've read
Cuarón.
one, yeah, Alfonso, which apparently I saw a thing where I think it was the lake, like one of the lake scenes or something.
Uh-huh.
He had misunderstood it and was gonna make like a lake of eyeballs or something. Like they're like, wait, no, 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 that's not what this is about.
Gross. Gross. Don't do that. tell me that this has a video game because it only makes sense that all of these would have a video game. It's already a
That's
video
what I've
game.
seen.
Well, here we
That I've
go.
seen.
Here we go. And also, tell me this too. Does he have a gang of girls? Are those other monkeys girls?
Not monkeys.
Gorillas. Okay, all right, okay, you're not giving it all away. I appreciate the non-spoiler here, but because there's like at the outro, he's like walking, and I
Yeah.
see the little pink girl, and I see him, and then there's like four other girls behind him. It's like, okay, this man is, I think maybe his special power, because we don't know what it is, but my guess
He
is he's
finally got that
probably
Riz.
yeah, he's a pimp now. Like that's his special
Yeah.
power. He's a he's a pimp. He's got a strong backhand. He's got a coat with a
He's been
ridiculous
hanging out with Cat
collar.
Williams, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's so colorful. He's got a cane. This man is Pimp Daddy Kane. That is his special power. Oh my gosh. Hey,
That's his
if
final
that
form.
if this is where this is going, season two, here I come, baby. You know what I'm saying? Pimp Daddy Kane up in an
Which I will
isekai.
say, yeah. I mean, it seemed like it did good because it did get an English dub. Usually, a lot of them don't.
Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting, but we can't tell Joe Angel like we say that like you go, I don't know who's watching this, and then they made a video game, a TV show, a live
Stage
action
play.
stage play, and they're wrapping an airplane in the main character's face. You know what I'm saying? You go, really? Like all of that? Are you gonna do all of that for this? You like
For
somebody,
this,
somebody like so
somebody lie.
somebody.
But you know
Oh
what I'm not
snap!
lying is Guat Talk.
Let's guac talk this show, yo.
Talkie.
Okay, let's talk about the fruit of evolution. I was I started the show and I kind of thought, okay, this is gonna be like every other like ridiculousness. And it
Yeah.
is a little bit like the other ridiculousness, like the whole cooking and this game with this weird power. He's kind of got the same thing happening. I'm in a world with this weird power and I'm lost and I got to figure this out. And Shangri-La Frontier was the same way. He's like, I'm in this world on a new game and I got to
Yeah.
figure this out. And as far as it's interesting because it's like, okay, this is kind of getting it's a little formulaic and but not to its detriment because you kind of go, okay, I know there's still going to be other moving parts that are going to be, those are the givens. Our givens is, like this is like this RPG kind of style thing. We're in a different world, and I have some unknown tapped power that I got to figure out. It's just the anime thing that we're doing. But then there's the other parts where we're just like that are special to the show. Like that's just our structure. That's just the skeleton of it and we have some unknown characters we are on that will send us into another quest or into another world of like adventure I guess and so like all of those kind of things kind of lend itself to being outside of like the formula. We just have the structure, we have the formula, but like, and so I'm watching the show going, I mean, am I liking this show or am I just kind of like just dealing with the show? Do I want more of this? I kind of ask myself a little bit this, like, did I ever try to pick my phone up? Am I taking any notes? Am I trying to like, distract myself from this, like, or do I
Yeah.
want to be somewhere else? Do I want to be somewhere else? But, it did have me asking questions, and I was drawn to the show a little bit. Uh, I could tell the battle scenes are a little, not, I guess a little weak. Like they try to do it up, but I go, no, these are kind of like fluffy little fights, like he
Yeah.
fights the gorilla, but I'm like, they're not gonna be, you know, Mappa
Nothing
level.
too, yeah, crazy or intricate going on.
Yeah, yeah. It's just gonna be like just oh, they have a fight and it like
Yeah.
you ever see those the fight scenes in Twilight and how poorly like choreographed. You know how poorly choreographed this
They're
fight.
gonna
It's
come for your head, dog.
hey, come
Hey,
at me. Okay, come at me, Twilight. You know, like, hey, that person who made these fight scenes for Twilight, just some just somebody's girlfriend who's like, oh, he tried to punch me and then his head came off.
it was the breakdancer from Australia.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? Dancing and fighting are pretty close. So,
Pretty close.
you know, they're doing we just take out the snapping and then boom, you got yourself a fight, you know?
That's right. Yeah.
So I kind of felt that a little bit in this. Is like, okay, this is not like we're not there. That's not what this show is. This show isn't like some like battle scene, battle royale power, it's something. Yeah, yeah. It's he is powering up, but it's something else.
Yeah.
And so you got to ask yourself, do you want to see this? Am I here for that? And for the most part, I sort of was. Yeah, I am semi intrigued, but still with the whole format, I'm kind of listing,
Yeah.
waning in the tide, like maybe.
Maybe. Which I think so going back to the figuring everything out.
Hmm.
I mean, I think that's pretty much uh you can tie it into real life. Especially when you're a kid becoming an adult. Once you graduate high school, you're just trying to figure it out. You get thrown into this world you really don't know anything about, and you just got to try and figure it out, like we all.
Yeah, yeah. And I think if I continue to watch it and I kind of glean some of that from the show, some sort of like life lesson, some sort of real world, reflection, how art will imitate life,
Yeah.
and you go, okay, yeah, this is just a kid going through puberty, pretty much if you think about it a little bit. He's powering up, he's
Yeah.
shedding his baby fat, he's gonna learn to talk to girls,
Yeah.
apparently. Like it's interesting, so uh if I were to give this 1 out of 10 uh fruit
Evolution.
of evolutions, large walnuts, or I'm probably I'm probably 4.5 out of 10. Because like if I think about like the other isekais I've watched, I'm
Yeah.
probably more towards the campfire cookout one.
Yeah.
Um, but I can't. There are some intangibles of the reason completely why that one does better than this one to me in my mind. Um, though, yeah, but I go back and forth because the beginning interaction where he has with this girl and he's talking and the way they completely draw his face differently, which is hilarious. Some of the choices that they make, like they turn him into like a little like just white like figure of nothingness.
Yeah.
He's just like
Ghost. Yeah.
a ghost pretty much.
Yeah.
So there's some choices that are made in the show that are like that lend itself to some real comical moments, and they're like, and so it kind of gets me there. I mean, yeah, I would say five. Let's just say 50%. I'm half on, half out.
Yeah. I'm about the same. Going overall, I haven't watched the whole series.
Yeah.
I give it about a 6
Okay.
as
Okay.
far
That's
as like because it kept me watching the whole thing. So that was the thing. Like I said, I since I didn't have any of the source material to go off of,
yeah.
I was just watching straight anime. So it's like for me, it hit all like the common things, common accolades. It hit them
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. School is
So
cool.
school's
Uh, pink
cool.
haired girl,
Pink hairs, power ups,
power ups.
loser getting bullied.
Yeah, I gotta get stronger. Gotta get
It's
stronger.
right. Yeah. I will say he did not play Super Mario Brothers because if he would have known you never eat the purple mushrooms.
Never, okay.
Yeah.
We don't want to see. Yeah, I mean, always poison. Always
Always
poison.
poison. If
Purple
it's
means
purple,
poison,
it's
y'all.
poison.
Hey,
Yeah.
purple means poison. You know what I'm saying? That purple drink. You know, you remember people were drinking
Purple
purple
drink.
drink
Yeah.
back in the 90s. Where are they now? Okay,
Where are
they
they
didn't
now?
make it. They didn't make
Oh man,
it.
they didn't make it, but we made it, guys. We
Yeah, we
made
all the
it
way
all
through.
the way through to December of 2024, guys. That's crazy. It's
They can't stop us.
here.
Okay, they can't. The
They
world can't
can't.
stop us from living. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
no, I'm saying they can't stop us. They can't get us going. But you know what can get us going? All the likes and the love and the shares that you guys give us. And that's what's been keeping us going, guys. So please continue to do that. And the one way to do that is by going to our platforms, going to our socials, going to our website, anime-me.com, where you could find all our episodes, find the links to all our platforms and socials, and where you can buy your own anime shirt.
By the way, we keep. I've been meaning to mention this for the last I don't know how long, and I keep forgetting about it because we don't ever talk about it. But like Spotify has a video version. We hadn't even talked about this. So you could go on Spotify and watch our face. Like
And watch our face, yeah.
that
If you
blows
don't want
my
to watch it on
mind.
YouTube, you can go watch it on Spotify.
You can watch it on Spotify too. It's wild that there's a video section of that in Spotify. I didn't know that was happening until you made it happen, Joe Angel. It's out there.
It's
Look at us. Look at
look
us.
at us. Watch all the confusing ourselves face. Watch these ask these questions.
Yes, witness me. Witness me.
Witness me. And one way we can witness us is by giving us those likes on those platforms, on Spotify, on YouTube, on Apple, on anywhere you listen to us, guys, and where we are, and also on our socials. And while you're there, don't forget to drop a comment, letting us know what animes you want us to watch next. Let us know what you want us to cover. Let us know if there's anything you're excited for the coming 2025 year, because there is a lot of stuff coming next year, guys. It's gonna be
Yeah, boy.
awesome. It's gonna be good. We're gonna try and get to those as well. And as always, keep being nice, keep being kind, and keep watching anime and sharing it, guys. And with that, we will see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace.
これはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
I'm a simple
Just
man.
want to go
I want a
home.
McRib. I want
I
a
want my
McRib,
McRib
some
all year.
water. I want my McRib. I want Takis. I want a good night's sleep. Dude, we're asking for so
Dude,
little, bro. That's how 2024 broke us down. We're like, you know what? Just like I don't
I
want
just
it.
need these three things.
You
Takis,
know what?
sleep, and McRibs.
Yeah, that's what we're broken down to at the very end of life, man. At the very end of 2024, we're like, what do you want for Christmas? Just like, man, I don't know, some sleep. Some sleep would be
Sleep.
nice.
Yeah. I just have a day where I don't have to do anything.
Dude,
But I think
yas.
there's a comedian that talked about that. Getting older and like who was it? I can't remember who it was. But he was talking about getting older because when you're young, you're like, oh man, I didn't do nothing all day long. Kind of feel like it wasted. But when you're an adult, when you do nothing all day long, you're like excited. It's like, man, I didn't have to do anything.
That's a real thing, dude. My gosh, dude, if I could go back to like, I don't think I was ever one of those kids though that was like, man, I can't wait till I'm older, or I can't wait
Yeah,
till I could drive, or any of that. I was like, nah, man. I knew I needed this saved up because my
yeah,
30s is gonna be wild,
rough.
rough,
It's gonna be
like
crazy. I need all
actually
the
from
sleep I
like
could get right now for the future.
since I was like 17, 18, honestly, like I've just been busy, dude, and I'm
You went
tired of
from
it.
16 to 30
Yeah, immediately, I'm like,
immediately.
I don't even have kids, but I'm getting kids ready in the morning and making breakfast and dropping them off to school. Well, how do
These kids
people
can't.
do it? Yeah, who are these kids I'm taking care of? Why am I so busy taking them to soccer practice? I don't need this in my life. I don't need it. Uh, okay, hold on. I need a sound bite. I need a
Sound
sound bite.
bites.
What are we doing? What's the first song?
Uh,
Which one do you want to
Fruit of
start with?
Evolution first.
Okay, let me see. I got something written down here. I'm looking it up. I'm gonna look it up first, Joangel, because shh, I need a bigger desk. All right, let me see. Oh, okay. Hmm. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Finding it. Finding it.
I'm gonna put you on. Joangel, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me before?
Can you hear me now? Not before. I
Okay.
can now.
Okay, I recorded something, but I don't know what I got.
Can you hear me now? Whatever happened to that guy? Where'd he go? What's he doing?
Hey, do you know like he was part of Sprint? Was that a Sprint ad or was it
No, that was the Verizon.
okay, so he was Verizon.
It was like, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Did he switch?
Yeah,
Sprint got bought out. Who did Sprint get bought out?
I think they got bought out by Verizon or that because that guy does those
Right?
commercials. He does those commercials for Verizon, right? The can you hear me
Yeah.
now? Like years later,
Yeah.
he comes back and he's on an opposing like yeah, he's like on
Switch teams.
he switches teams to like either AT&T or Sprint. I can't remember which one it is. And he goes, "I know you can hear me now because I'm now with Sprint or something like that." I was like, "Hey, that is some wild marketing."
Hey, they playing 3D chess, man.
Yeah, hey, for real. You're playing they playing checkers. They out here playing
Yeah.
like 3D
I
chess.
can't remember if it was a Coke ad. It was like way back in the day. It's like the kid. He bought like 2 cans of Pepsi, put them on the ground so he could reach up and press the Coke button
Uh-huh.
for a Coke.
Yes, I seen that one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Dude, commercials back in the day used to be wild.
They were ruthless, bro. They were taking anybody down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No matter who you
there were
were.
cigarette commercials. There were beer commercials. There ain't no beer commercials no more, I don't think.
Yeah, like the one I remember was it the frog commercial? Remember that for
Budweiser.
Tabasco sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Budweiser frog.
Yep. Yep. They had some wild ones. They are bringing back those Dorito commercials. You remember those Dorito commercials? Remember like they were the fan made ones. The fan made ones.
Yeah, the fan made ones.
They're
Yeah,
bringing that back.
yeah.
They're gonna be like, I think, hey, Joe Angel, if we want to like come up with something
So, hey,
like not like that one though, that one where the guy has the Dorito cheese and he puts his finger in a and there's a guy licking it from the other side. I can't remember if that's an
Yeah.
actual like or was that they could have, you know, it may have not been real. That may not have been a real one, actually, now that I think about it. It sounds gross.
AI.
Yeah. That guy
AI.
had 6 fingers on one hand. That's not real.
Yeah, 6 figures, man. Trying all this other stuff,
Yeah, it sounded
especially for like the shorts and the clips.
yeah, kind of like little snippets and stuff.
Episode.
I've liked all the snippets too, all the
Yeah.
reels and stuff.
Yeah, I've been using that. I've been getting a bunch of ads for this Opus AI program that'll take your video and like cut out highlights of what it's like. It's kind of reading the algorithm, like it gives you a grade. Like, all right, this snip is graded at this. This one's graded at this. This one's graded at this. I guess based on like how well it would do.
That's wild, dude. That's pretty dope, though.
Algorithm hurt us. Like, you know, they're talking to me. Let me help them.
Yeah. By the way, are you real or is this AI? Are you? How am I gonna? How are you gonna prove? Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands like this.
You see?
Oh no! Look at that. I'm oh no! This guy's got. Okay, that's
He's got 6. He's got 7 fingers.
that would be the way to tell it, dude. Like they should keep the don't try to fix the fingers in AI so that just so that we know.
Yeah.
Like there's no how are we gonna tell?
Yeah.
How you gonna tell?
How you get to?
Can't tell. Can't tell. who was it?
Can't tell.
What's her name? She's a singer. Uh,
Taylor Swift.
no, she's like
Mariah
no,
Carey.
the older Taylor Swift, like really old.
Uh,
Dolly Parton.
Reba McEntire.
Close,
Dolly
close,
Parton.
close. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton like recorded her voice. Like I don't know, like I guess maybe she like read or sang some things, syllables and all
She
that stuff, and her voice is
she did the Bruce Willis thing where she signed her rights, like her likeness.
maybe a little bit, yeah. And so like now like so they can make movies with Bruce Willis in it later, right? And
Yeah,
then they'll
yeah.
be able to make songs with Dolly Parton's voice using like, AI reconstruction of some sort. And yeah, sooner or later, we ain't even going to be doing this podcast. The algorithm will know what we're going to say anyways.
Yeah,
And
they already know. They just
we
do it off.
just click a button that just says Sal respond,
Yeah,
Sal respond,
sound response.
Yeah. And it's just
Soundbite.
yeah, soundbite. Yeah. It's a soundbite. It's a soundbite. It's just me
Yes,
going,
soundbite.
what is this? What happened? What's going on? That's all it is. That's all I say in it. I mean, even in real life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is?
Where
is it? How long is it
Yeah,
gonna be?
what time is it? What day is it? Where are we? What are we doing here? I mean, it's just questions, really.